Alrighty. Happy Wednesday, everyone. April 7th. Do we have any April birthdays in our group? Okay, maybe not. Mine is on Monday coming up. We will still have class. So class is on as normal, as scheduled. And then we are going to get started. My name is Bianca. Thanks for being here. Have a seat when you're ready. Good. And then on an inhale, just reach up, give yourself a big stretch. On the exhale, take the hands behind you and then just lean into it. Lean into the fingers, just lift. And then exhale, crawl forward in your seat and then let your forehead touch the floor if possible. On an inhale, sit up, arms up. And then exhale, hands behind you again, and then just let your elbows bend. Keep doing this. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, reach like you're diving into some water. Go forward. One more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands behind you, and bend the elbows. Just lift your chest. Then from here, take your legs out to a V, point your toes. Keep lifting through your chest. Ground through your sitting bones. Yeah, very good, Leslie. On your exhale, round forward and then try to reach the top edge of your mat. Get really long. Very good, Kelsey. Nice. Crawl your fingers a bit more forward if you can. Round your back a lot. Keep your toes pointed. Inhale, arms up. And then exhale, hands behind you. Just let your chest open, bend the elbows, lean back some more. One last time forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, crawl all the way as far forward as you can. You can even tuck the chin under. Just giving your hamstrings and your lower back a nice stretch. Good, and then from here, walk the hands back. Take your feet onto the mat as wide as your mat, and then turn your left hand down to the floor, somewhere near your seat a little bit. Ground your feet into the mat, lift your hips up, reach the right hand up and over. So starting here to kind of warm up your shoulders, strengthening your glutes in this bridge-like motion, and then stabilizing the left shoulder. Keep holding. Good. On the exhale, have a seat. We'll switch sides. Turn the right hand out to the side. Place your feet onto the ground. Inhale, lift, arms up. This is like a flip dog, except your feet are parallel. Turn your pelvis a little bit upward. Keep breathing. Good. And then exhale, have a seat. And from here, straighten the legs out again. Inhale, arms up. And this time, take a hold of the big toes or the bottom of your feet as you flex your toes this time. You can bend the knees here. Or you can also lift your chest and keep pulling into the feet so you're really stretching your spine. Before we move on, inhale, lift the arms up before we stand up. And then exhale, find your open twist over to the left. Then you can use your right hand. Nice, Leslie. Hold on to your foot if you want. Deepen that twist. So really rinsing out your day. If you've been sitting down, you've been looking down, perhaps you want to look up, just getting into your neck. Turn the chin maybe towards the left shoulder, getting into that twist. Yes, good. Inhale up. And then other side, open twist to the right. Hook your left hand onto your right foot. And then use that as leverage to deepen the twist. And then as you can, still lengthen the spine, ground your seat, and then turn a bit more. Maybe your right shoulder extends and your chin goes towards the shoulder. Very good. Inhale, center. This time, gather your feet closer together. They could still have some space, up to you. Inhale. On the exhale, fold forward. So getting into the back body, hamstrings, Look right and left, really working out your neck. Very good. All right, plant your hands behind you. Place your feet on the ground, hips width distance. On the inhale, take a deep breath in. On the exhale, reverse tabletop. Lift your hips. This one's really good to kind of feel the shoulders, strengthen the core, the back body. Let your head be in line with the rest of the body. Good, and then slowly have a seat. Right away, lift your knees and your shins for a boat pose. So very active start to our class today. Find your boat right away. Very good. Feel your back lengthening. Play with your balance. If you want to be a little more forward or you want to be a tiny bit back, you can decide. Good. From here, extend the legs out to that V shape like you were on the floor. Take the hands in. Starting off with core, and then bring the knees together and take the arms out. Inhale together, hands apart with your feet. And your next breath, switch. Okay, so just try to have your neck in line with the rest of your spine as you take your time switching. Nice, doing really good. One more. And then from here, cross the ankles, find your tabletop. So now we've awakened front line, back line of the body. Let's get into cat-cow. Inhale, lift your gaze, lift your tail. Stretch out the core that you just worked in, and exhale, round and curl. Start to add your organic movements here, whatever it is you want to do. Maybe thread the needle, getting into the side bodies. If you want to go into a child's pose and then forward for seal. Deepen the breath, even with this very active start to class. Try to explore your body, explore how you're feeling today. And then perhaps you want to lift it up to a cobra shape, just getting into the spine, your back, whatever feels good to you. Maybe even a puppy pose. So let this kind of be a full body little warm up for you, even the wrists. So whatever it is that feels good. Beautiful, Kelsey, very nice. Ground into the breath. Good, and then from here, tuck your toes, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Right away, feel the warmth. And try to point your fingers forward, ground your knuckles, send your heels back in space. And then starting to stabilize our pose, scoot your feet a little bit further back if you can. Good, and then inhale, shift forward to plank. On the exhale, downward facing dog, use your core strength. And then to get less of the wrist, really spread your fingers wide. On an inhale, come forward to plank. Uncurl your spine here. Yes, hips neutral. Exhale, down dog. One last time, inhale, come forward. Broaden through your collarbone. Relax the neck, the jaw. Keep breathing. On the exhale, down dog. Good. From here, lift your right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, round and curl. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Hold. Nice. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right knee, left tricep. Hold. And then extend the right leg past your hand. And then take the left arm up. Falling star. Little bit different than the other pose we did at the start of class. Hips are turned to the side, hold, and then exhale, downward facing dog. If you need a child's pose here, just take a moment. We'll take 5 breaths in down dog and then get really present here. So if your mind is elsewhere, just tune it in. Keep stretching your back, your hamstrings. Open up through the underarms, send the chest towards the thighs. One more breath. Very good. Inhale the left leg up. On the exhale, exhale, round and curl to the center. Be high onto the right tippy toes. Yes, good. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Stay strong here. Try not to let your elbows bend. Yes, good. Inhale, left leg up. And then exhale, left knee, right tricep. Hold. Keep lifting. Strengthen. And then extend the leg out. Turn your right toes to the side and then lift your right hand up. This is much more of a side plank, but you're supporting yourself with your left foot. Breathe. Hold. Lift the hips. And then exhale. Take it down. Send it back. Downward facing dog. Take a moment, lower the knees. On the inhale, lift your arms up. And then exhale, take your hands back to your seat, then find your camel. Keep pressing. Yeah, really good, Parker. Open up, breathe. And on the exhale, rabbit pose. Let the crown of the head touch down. And take a hold of your calves, your shin, maybe your heels, depending on how long your shin bone is. So just round yourself in. Feel the crown of the head being supported by the floor here. Notice how grounding it is. Good, and then slowly inhale, plant the palms. That compresses all of your glands in the neck. Inhale, lift up, release. So open up through the throat space. Let your throat get more space here. And then exhale, round and curl. And focusing on that inhale, open up, lift, exhale, round. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog, send it up. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, look forward. Then exhale, spring to the top as lightly as you can. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up super tall, arms up. Interlace the hands at the top. Take a side bend to the right. Inhale through center, and then a side bend to the left. Inhale, center, just like earlier. You'll take an open twist to the left. Keep the hips pointing forward, and then really lengthen through the fingers. Maybe wiggle the fingers, just awaken your senses. Inhale up. And then exhale, open twist to the right. Grow tall here. Use your core muscles and then keep stretching through the muscles in the arms, the back. Nice. Inhale, center. On the exhale, sit back to chair and take the arms behind you. Power up your glutes here. Yes, your feet can be together or separated hips width. Notice the weight. Can they be on the heels here? Lightness through the toes. Maybe lift your toes for this one. And shine your chest forward. Make some room for your throat space. Interlace your hands. Stand straight up. Find your biggest back bend. On the exhale, find your forward fold with your bind. And then just let this feeling of being upside down just feel so exploratory. You might want to wiggle your hips. Walk your hand to the left and right. And then in this pose, I'd like you to picture something that's been kind of bothering you or stressing you out, or anything that's going on that you feel is not serving you. Just let it roll off your back. Just allow yourself to kind of shake your head. Let something go. You know, whether it's small or big, whatever it is. Take your hands to your hips. Bring your feet together. Inhale to your chair pose. sit upright. So make this a really long, like a little thunderbolt shape in the body. Create some space between your lower abs and your thighs. And right away we'll go into our eagle pose. Wrap your right arm underneath. And then wrap your right leg on top of your left leg. If figure four serves you better, go ahead and do figure four. In your eagle pose, elevate the elbows. So feel that sensation through the shoulders. Yes, nice. Keep pointing the knees forward and your elbows. And then from here, if you may, arch the upper back only. Lift the elbows. On the exhale, bring yourself in, elbow to knee. If you want your right toes as a kickstand, that's also there for you. Inhale, lift up, upright your spine first, and then inhale, find your back bend, elevate the elbows as you find that openness. One more, round and curl. Create some space, pull your belly button away from your thighs. Nice, and then slowly release. Inhale, back up to standing. Exhale to your standing back bend. Right away, loop your hands back together behind you. Separate your feet. Inhale, standing, and then exhale, bound forward fold, second time. Let your chin tuck in if that feels right. Bend your elbows if that feels right, or maybe even bend your knees. So just do what feels good. Before we rise up, lower your right hand, inhale the left arm up. Stretch and twist. You can go for a bind here if you want. And release. Other side, inhale the right arm up, bend the left knee. If you went for that bind, right hand to the left hip. Exhale, fold. Good. Bring your feet together, hands to hips, rise up. Chair pose. Getting ready here. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, wrap your left arm underneath, maybe interlace at the elbows, and then elevate the left leg over the right. Go for the kickstand or wrap your left toes around your right calf area. Yes, and when you feel pretty upright, find your stability. So take up as much room with your right foot on the mat as you can. Use the ball of your right foot. On an inhale, lift the elbows. Tiny bit of space in the throat, underneath the arms. And then exhale, come forward. Go slow. If you need to touch the toes down, that's great. On the inhale, upright first. Pause on the exhale. On the inhale, elbows up. Tiniest back bend, tiny. And then exhale, round and curl, the last one. Good. And then unwind yourself, slowly release. Inhale, stand up straight. This time, exhale, forward fold all the way down. Halfway lift, lengthen. From here, frog or crow. Find your balance. If you were in class last week, we practiced, or if you watched the video, we practiced toe taps, so feel free to do that here. Practice your crow or go into frog if you wish to alleviate the wrist. So no wrist work, you can find a twist, a bind. Yeah, Parker, you want to start straightening the arms if you want. Just a few more breaths here, explore. If you are in frog, try to send the tailbone down and lift the heart space. Good. One more breath wherever you are. Hold strong. Nice. Good, Kelsey. And then from here, plant the palms. Lift your hips up. Walk the feet a little closer together. And then from here, you'll jump back to your chaturanga, or you'll take a quick handstand in the middle. And then flow through your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing, breathe. And exhale, downward dog. Very good. Take a breath. Open mouth, exhale, side out. Inhale and exhale. All right, inhale, look forward. This time pick up your right hand and then take it towards the left calf. If you need to scoot in a little bit to make this happen, do so. Think of getting your back really strong here so it's not in the wrist. Yeah, so feel the left side of your back holding you up. Good. Back to down dog on an inhale. On the exhale, twist. Left hand to the right calf, look under. Bring it back down. Bend the knees. Look forward. Take a spring to the top as lightly. Good, Kelsey, halfway. Breathe in. Exhale, fold. This time, inhale, chair pose. Bring the feet together. Adding on here, take a deep breath in. On the exhale, twist to the left. Left arm back, right arm forward. Now you're probably feeling pretty warm. Try to maintain the breath when it gets difficult and then sit the hips back. You can stay in this open shape or take the hands together. Find your prayer twist. There's options here. You can lift the right toes off the mat, little flamingo action. Go into a side crow, whatever would suit your practice today. Perhaps you want to stretch the arms. Make sure that right knee is tracking in, and make sure whatever pose you pick, you're breathing deeply. And then upright yourself, inhale, stand up straight. Exhale, back bend, feel good moving your body on your lunch break. Inhale the arms up, and exhale, open twist to the right. Right arm back, left arm forward. Imagine that my hands are on your hips, drawing you back a little more. Yes, shifting back. Perhaps your gaze wants to follow your right thumb. Feel free to stay upright or go for your twist. Left elbow to your right thigh. Any variations that you took, perhaps that left toes lifted, balancing, side crow. It doesn't have to be the same on each side, so just do what feels right. Really rinsing and twisting our bodies. Inhale, stand up, good work. On the exhale, back bend. Inhale, elevate, look up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Halfway lift, lengthen. And in another chance, either jump back to your chaturanga or find your handstand. So if you've been taking the classes or tuning in online, we've really been working on this, so it doesn't have to be perfect, just keep breathing. Exhale, down dog. Good, inhale the right leg up. Exhale, step forward. Right here, inhale, crescent lunge. In your crescent lunge, try to separate the feet apart. Yes, good. Feel that nice stretch of the hip flexor. Try not to lean so much weight on the right toes. Yes, good. And then ribs in, arms up. Activate your left inner thigh and your left hamstring. Yes, very good. Right arm underneath, find your eagle in crescent. Then just like earlier, we did that tiny little back bend. Lift the elbows, open up the throat. Okay, and then from here, exhale, elbow or forearm to your right thigh, almost like you're going into a humble warrior. So we're just strengthening. Inhale, rise. Stabilize on your exhale. And on the inhale, back bend again. Very small. Maybe eventually your forearm will line up to the ceiling. Don't force anything, just let yourself open up. And then exhale, forearm or elbow towards your right inner knee. Bend the right knee a little more, Kelsey, if you can. But no worries if not. And an inhale, unwind. Let yourself unwind the arms. Breathe in. On the exhale, little break in pyramid pose. Ground the left heel and ground the right heel. If you need to Bend the elbows. Take a few lifts through the spine, whatever feels good. If you would rather be on the left knee, you want a little bit more rest, lower the left knee on the ground for your half splits. Take a few breaths here, no rush at all. And then wherever you went, return to pyramid, walk your left foot in a little, lengthen the spine on an inhale. On the exhale, reach the right arm up for your revolved triangle. So we've been twisting today, warming up the shoulders, warming up the legs. Take your time. Straighten both legs if possible. And then return the right hand back down. Rise up, warrior one. Inhale. On the exhale, warrior three, but arms back. No rush. And take your time. Really strengthen the right leg. Return back to crescent. Arms up. And then exhale your own way down. Find your chaturanga or head straight to down dog. Maybe a handstand if you have space. Up dog. And exhale. Downward dog. And take 3 breaths now. And Kelsey, lift your elbows off the floor a bit more, away from the floor. And then inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step forward. Rise up, crescent lunge. And then settle on your exhale. And have the tailbone slightly down. And then have your right hip flexor experiencing that nice stretch. Hands could be at your hips, maybe at your heart, all the way up. And then in this pose, you really want to feel right here in the back of the right leg. So hamstring, inner thighs, right calves are turned on, right heel's lifted. Hips are neutral, so your left hip is somewhat in the same plane as the right hip. Yeah. Really feel that evenness here. Once you feel really stable in the legs, find your eagle, left arm underneath. So just kind of notice how open your back is here. Can you line up your hand and your elbow if you're in that eagle shape? And when you're ready, find your micro back bend. Inhale, elbows up, lift. Deepen the stretch in the right hip flexor by squeezing the right glute. On the exhale, almost like humble warrior, bring yourself forward. If the right toes are fatigued, you can always lower the right heel here. Inhale, lift up to neutral first. Pause on the exhale. Maybe activate your right glute more, and then inhale, elevate for your back bend. So you're like creating space in the frontal ribs. Then exhale, little humble warrior action. You don't have to touch your thigh here, but you are lengthening forward still. So lengthen forward, Parker, a little more forward with the spine. There, and then inhale, elevate. Pause on the exhale, last one. Elbow up. Exhale, round. Stay strong. And then very slowly unwind back to crescent lunge. And then ground your right heel, give yourself a rest in your pyramid pose fold. So shake it out, wiggle the hips, maybe turn one way, turn the other way, whatever you need here. Usually it feels good to either bend and straighten the left leg or bend and straighten your elbows. So just getting into your body. If your hamstrings feel a bit tighter today, you can either elevate your hands with blocks or anything, or you can lower the right knee just like this if you want. So do what works for you. On an inhale, just lengthen. On the exhale, elevate the left arm. as you twist into your revolved triangle. Orient your hips to be neutral. Find the twist through that place where you would swing a golf club, so just that mid back. Try to resist gravity. Ground your heels. Yeah, nice. Maybe the right hand comes down to the earth. And exhale, slowly come down. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. And exhale, warrior three, as powerful, as graceful as you can. Arms back for this one. Micro bend in the left knee will be more supportive if you want to start building from there. Straighten both legs. So that will really fire up your hamstring, your glute. If you fall out, just touch down. And slowly release back to crescent. Oh, inhale. And then exhale, flow, take it down. Just feel really, really strong, really supported by your body. Upward facing. And exhale, downward facing. Quick little intermission, inhale breath. On the exhale, lower the forearms to the mat. Just a moment for dolphin pose. If rabbit pose is more supportive for you today, I'll show you here. Lower the crown of the head. For rabbit, if you are really fired up and you're ready to build even more strength here in your dolphin, you can always lift one leg, the other. If you have a safe place to practice pincha, you can go for it. We'll meet in down dog in about 5 breaths, or rather child's pose. Notice your thoughts. Notice your breath. Child's pose, slowly lower down. For this one, take the arms by the sides and have the palms facing up. Really feel the groundedness of your forehead onto the mat. And then bring your knees a little closer together if they're far apart. Take the arms forward and then take a side bend over to the left. Place your hands down to the earth to really stretch out the right side body. So you'll notice after you practice yoga, you can usually breathe better. It's because you're moving the body around, your muscles are getting oxygenated. And then walk the hands to the right. And bring it back to the center here, downward facing dog. We're adding on. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, rise up to crescent lunge. And then from here, hands to your heart space. Get a little lower in the right knee. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, go for your revolve crescent lunge. Left elbow to the right thigh. Hands can stay here. Hands can open up. You can wrap. Wherever you are, still breathing. Unwind, crescent lunge. Reach. And then exhale, warrior three. So a little bit stronger. Okay, with the arms pressed back, take the arms to a T. You could stay here. This is a little more challenging, or go for revolved half moon. Lower the left hand and reach the right hand up as you tuck the left toes down to face the floor. If you feel really balanced, you can lift and try to not hold on to the floor here. So just concentrate. Find your focus. And slowly unwind to crescent lunge. Give yourself a break. On the exhale, warrior two. Really lean into your right thigh here. Straighten the left leg. Yeah, good. All right, from here, inhale, lift your arms, straighten the legs, hook your thumbs, and then just take a side bend Open up the right side body, and then go the other way. Yes, good. Release, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. On the exhale, extended side angle. So just lean any amount. So we are gonna be here for a few variations, so you don't have to bend so deep into it, so you can really reserve your strength. Inhale, reverse triangle. And then from here, wrap your right arm underneath, find your eagle arms. In your eagle arms, find a little bit of a side bend with the right side body, so tilt your hands to the left. We there. And then exhale, extended side angle like humble warrior. Lean. You're like a clock with the hands, yes. You want your right toes, right knee to still point forward. Good, reverse. This is like the back bend version, but a side bend, inhale. You can turn your elbows to about 9 o'clock if you want. I mean your fingers to 9 o'clock if you can. Good, and then exhale, bend into it. You want your left side body still be long. Commit, yeah, good. Kelsey, lift your entire torso, yes, there. Inhale, one last. Little bit of a side bend, it's only in the right rib. And then let go of the arms, regular extended side angle. If you can, right hand on the floor. Left arm overhead. So a little bit more Ashtanga version of this pose. Just bend into the right knee. One day your hand can be flat on the floor, but don't force it. And then stand up again, inhale, reverse triangle. And then safely, very gently into your triangle pose. So if you need to walk your left foot up, that's there for you. And just feel out what you're feeling in this pose. Triangle is very grounding. And see if you can do micro adjustments in your spine, in your neck, your gaze, your chest. And then inhale, lift, reverse. Make sure you have some space. Exhale to your half moon pose. So building up all of our balances here. If you took a bind, that's a little harder. Play with your gaze. Once you're steady, you can look to the wall, to the side. Yeah. And release. Good work. Inhale, reverse triangle. And then take the hands to the hips, just let it rest. Point your toes forward. Lift and lengthen. On the exhale, very restful forward fold here. So just let yourself be. And then if that's a lot of upside downness for today, just lift and be halfway. So if you don't want to, if your head needs to be lifted, you can. There's lots of options here. Bend into one knee, bend into the other knee. Go into a twist, go into a headstand. Let your body guide the way into your own practice. Then take the hands, fingertips to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. As a class all together, right knee bends, right toes out, Skandasana. Good, other side. Gentle on the joints, bring it forward to the front of your mat. Any variations, handstands, chaturanga, downward facing dog, head back. And then we'll meet in down dog. Yeah, no rush, Parker. Really good. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step through. Rise up. crescent lunge. And then just take your time here, letting your body settle, catching your breath as you need. And then take the hands to your heart space. Unclench your left toes, breathe in. When you're ready, exhale, twist right elbow to the left thigh. In any of these poses, you can always lower the right knee. Extend the arms or find half or full bind. Lengthen your left shoulder away from your left ear. Yeah, beautiful, Kelsey. Keep that right quad lifted. And then everyone slowly unwind, back up. Exhale, take the hands behind you. And then very slowly lift forward for your warrior three. Steady your breath, get really long in the right thigh. Then take the arms open to the sides. Knowing where we're going, maybe lower the right leg a little bit and then find your twist over towards the left. You want to capture the floor here that's available for you. Try your best to make this like a revolved triangle. And release the right toes, slowly elevate up. From here, did we go to warrior two next? Did I forget something on the left leg? Leslie, anyone? I think warrior two, right? Yes, we're here. Good, and then from here, just settle into your warrior two, extend the arms. Sorry, had a brain fart there. And then inhale, straighten the arms, straighten the legs. Hook the thumbs, and then take a side bend to the back of your mat and just let the left side body open up. When I watch the video back, I'll see, let you know. And then take a side bend up and over towards the front of your mat, stretching the right side body. Good, inhale, center. Exhale, warrior two for a moment. And think of opening up your chest here, really stable in the left leg. And then exhale, extended side angle just for the first one, getting into it. Nothing too much here. Just our intro to this pose. And then when you're ready, inhale, lengthen back up, warrior two. Take the left arm underneath. High five your hands together, maybe hold on to the shoulders, this still works. All right, from here, think of lifting your fingers towards 3 o'clock, like 1, 2, and 3, and then lean into that side bend. Stay low in the left knee. Try not to tense up your neck here. And then exhale, extended side angle. Let your body rotate like a clock. And stabilize your right thigh here. Doesn't have to be low. If you're up here, that's even better. And then inhale, find your side bend. Maybe you want to straighten the left leg. I think we did that on the other side. Yes, really good for your spine, good for your breath. Keep breathing, inhale. On the exhale, second, maybe you're a little lower. That comes from the hip. So the depth comes from the left hip pulling back. Yes, good. Saw that, Leslie. Inhale, reverse, straighten the left leg. Last one here. If you want more of a back stretch, your forearms will go towards the front, foreground, and then very slowly find your lean forward, and then when you're ready, release that. Find your full kind of extended side angle version. Maybe the right hand comes forward. Inhale, reverse triangle, lengthen. Maybe look back down at your right toes, and then exhale for your triangle pose. Assist your right leg closer. Find a stack of your hands, your shoulders here, as you really find your open hip. Your right hip is still a little bit closed, closing in, but then your back is lengthening towards the left toes. Yeah, good. Inhale, reverse warrior or triangle, up to you. If you took the bind, right hand will come to the left, and then bend your left knee. Prepare yourself for your half moon. The hardest gaze is up. Second hardest gaze is to the middle, towards the wall. The most supportive gaze is down. Yeah, very strong, you guys. Slowly release, no worries. Inhale, lift up, reverse. Take the hands to your hips. Pivot the left toes forward. Inhale, chest expansion. And then from here, interlace the hands, find your way down. If a twist is supportive to you, you can go for it. If you wish to stretch the inner thighs, lower to the knees. Inner knees, find your prone frog. If you're feeling really adventurous, you want to go for firefly pose. Firefly pose, please go for it. And then even as you're here in this prone frog, if you're on the hands, you can twist the shoulder in one way, in the other. Of course, only if that works for your body, so just be really mindful. To get yourself out, slowly bring the toes together, lift the knees, feet down, hands to your hips. Inhale, rise. Exhale, warrior two to the front. Inhale, reverse. And then exhale, find your way down. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Take it there. Inhale, send the right leg up. Exhale, pigeon. We'll stay upright for this one. Slide your left knee back. Rise up onto the fingertips, really allowing your right hip to open. And then straighten the arms if possible. And slowly plant your hands back down, tuck your left toe, send the right leg up. And then here, second visit to this flip dog pose, slowly let your right toes back. Lift your right hand up and over. Make sure your left elbow feels good, supported. And then exhale, down dog. Slide your left knee forward, left shin forward for your left side, pigeon. Proud chest here, long right leg back. We did a lot of legs, let yourself take a moment. And then plant your heels of the palms down, tuck the right toes, send the left leg up. Gently flip. And then gently come back down. Lower to the knees. Inhale, arms up. Deepest camel of the day. And your release is child's or rabbit pose. And then on an inhale, plant the hands, Lift your legs, send them forward. Find almost like a boat pose and then very slowly lay back. And then from here, legs up to the sky, just roll out the ankles. Let your arms rest by your sides. And preparing here for a bridge, but before we do that, just close your fists really tight by the sides of your hips and then open the hands. Again, 2 more. Close your hands like a fist. Just let your hands squeeze in and release. So try to engage your forearms this last one. Squeeze and release. Lower the feet, hips width. Getting ready, bridge or wheel. I'll go with wheel with you guys. Plant your hands. Fingertips face your shoulders. Only if your wrists are ready for this kind of flexion. Rise up to the crown of the head first. Take an inhale. On the exhale, press up. All right, so just hold. If you're in bridge, maybe interlace the hands underneath you. Be very kind to your body, just listen. Wherever you are, take another breath and then slowly unwind. Good. From here, wrap your knees into your chest, give your knees a big hug, rock side to side. Right, and then before we kind of wind down here, wrap your right leg over the left for eagle. Take the arms out to a T. Inhale, breath, and then take your knees over to the left side for a supine twist. Look towards the right. Let your fingers curl in. And then unwind back to center. You slowly wrap your left leg over the right. And then scoot your hips a little bit to the left as you take your knees to the right. Gaze to the left. And then everything back in. Inhale, center. And from here, one last thing before we end class. You slowly take the hands back down next to your hips. Arms forward, legs forward to 45. And then arms back behind you. So just get really strong. We did a lot of side bending, a lot of back bending. Hopefully your spine feels even taller, even longer. One last breath. And then with that, exhale, rest into your Shavasana. Scoot your legs forward. Shrug your shoulders underneath. And let the relaxation just start to take over your body. All together, take a deep breath in. Cleansing exhale, side out. Inhale in. And exhale out. And as you lay here in your Shavasana, just really let yourself melt. Allow the jaws to soften, unclench your teeth here. Let your eyebrows be soft, your eyelids. Allow any stress, tension that you're still holding on to, allow that to melt away. You can notice the connection between your inner world and your outer world, your inner world and your physical body. Using the breath to heal, restore, and nourish. And take another deep inhale in. And a restful exhale, let it all go. As you are ready, take your time, start to awaken fingers, toes. Perhaps you need to roll off to one side when you're ready, and then up to a seat. Take your absolute time. Once you're seated, just roll the neck. One way, the other. All together as a class, we'll take a seated twist. Inhale, arms up. A seated twist over to the right. And an inhale up. And a seated twist over to the left. And extend the legs out like a V in front of you. Inhale. We'll all bow forward, taking a hold of our feet. Ending our practice from my heart to yours. Namaste. And bring the feet together, and thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. So nice. I hope you feel lengthened everywhere. You feel ready for the rest of your week. That's a great midweek practice, and I will hope to see you guys either Friday or next week. So thank you so much. Oh, let's say bye to Sake. I think I've made Sake sleepy now. Thank you guys.
So sleepy.
Very sleepy. Shavasana. Puppy Shavasana. Bye. Thank you so much, Kelsey.
Thanks, Bianca.